Hi, everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? As soon as I see about 5 more, we get started. What's up? It's 19. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the JCX Show. My name is John Carr. If you're new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want to help this channel to grow. And if you got any questions, comments, or you want to say hi, please feel free to do so. Be honest with what did you got to say. My comment section is open for you all, and please hit the like button if this show is good for you. All right. First of all, I want to say I went to see Tron Aries yesterday, and I know there's going to be a lot of disagreements and a lot of agreements, and I'll be honest with you. Disney did some decent job of it. Some. I'm not saying all of it. I mean, I'll give it credit. They still do like a little bit of disc battles and some sticks, laser sticks and stuff and flying. And I know that y'all probably don't like that girl boss. I understand that. I'm not fond of that either, but they try to do something with it. But one thing that got me interested is that they bring some stuff from the very first Tron, like that light cycle, and I thought they took that, that first gun that teleport you to the grid, but no, it was still at Finn's arcade, like the one that from Tron Legacy, and at the end, kind of shocked to me that that Dillinger boy who's transported to his own grid somehow got the disc, and when he touched the disc and screams, you see an image of what's a guy named SARS from the very first Tron, and excuse me. I start to know how am I going to rate it. And because of that, and the music by music composer by 9 Inch Nails, which I never heard them much, but after listen to their music carefully, I will rate Tron Aries. uh, I'll give them a decent 8 out of 10. And I'll post that later on after the show. Yeah, so I'll give Tron Aries 8 out of 10. Just for them heck of it, because I'm really a Tron fan and love that stuff. Okay. Um Now we know we got a little bit problem with the halftime show that's coming up on Super Bowl, and right now there are a lot of people who really got a problem with it. Um, you know that a guy named Bad Bunny will be probably perform it, right? So somebody has another idea that I thought was a rumor, but it was true. Hold on, let me find it. Okay. Listen to this. Turning Point USA has announced that its own All-American Super Bowl halftime show was set to take place at the same day as Super Bowl. Um, the controversy non-profit organization co-founded by the late Charlie Kirk announced on October 9th at Viva X, formerly Twitter, that it will host an alternate event called the All-American Halftime Show. This proposition as a counter program to the official Super Bowl halftime show that will be headed by Puerto Rican artist Bad Bunny. This announcement was followed by backlash of controversy figures over Bad Bunny's selection, criticized his Spanish language performance, criticized the U.S. immigration policies like ICE raid, and recently SNL gripped to tell Americans to learn Spanish in the less than 4 months. I don't know what's the word there, but it's TPUSA show that aims to celebrate faith, family, and freedom, and will be streaming live during the official halftime. I got to find out where that at. I hope that they put it on YouTube. Details like performers spectacularly include acts like Creed or Lee Greenwood, and broadcast perform remain forthcoming, but the sign-up form is on the decisive fans vote on the genes such as country, classic rock, hip-hop, pop, worship, America, or anything in English that fits in the pattern of the Super Bowl counter program, like past Puppy Bowls, but taps into culture debates around patriotism and language and entertainment. Well, I like to see that part, man. And this fool's telling us that we have less than 4 months, even though he was born in Puerto Rican, which is in U.S. territory. But he told us to speak a language? Well, the only language I'm going to give him for that part is Los Negros Están Mareando. I mean, the children are watching. So I don't know why he's do that for. And according to the other news, Kid Rock says, you bring a man in a dress to the Super Bowl, they don't call it the football, call it a circus. I'll walk away as an NFL fan if they let Bad Bunny take that stage. This isn't just a bad choice. It's an insult to the American music. And I kind of agree with that. I really agree with that. So, And somebody wants, somebody wants you to listen to this. Somebody got a little info about the halftime show. Listen to, hold up.
Alternative, family-friendly halftime show for the Super Bowl. Every year, everyone is all up in arms about the performer for the halftime show. And I get it, because 9 times out of 10, it's raunchy as heck. You're seeing stuff you don't want to see. You're hearing stuff you don't want to hear,
Right.
especially for your kids. So what if we threw together an alternate show at a different venue with just the biggest Christian artist and glorified the name of Jesus on a gigantic scale at a gigantic level? I've already talked to my boy Forrest. He is down to clown. He's down to play music is what I mean. Who else would you want to see there? My vision is this. Blow it up huge. Let's get a stadium. Let's go crazy while people are glorifying money and fame and SEX and all kinds of stuff that we don't want to see.
Right.
We can lift up the name of Jesus.
Right, and
Alternative,
I agree with that. I agree with that. I said, let's do that. And if I find any more of the info, I would get that. All right. We got a problem with the guy who played as him, known as, we all know, Marlon Wayne. Now, whenever his movie and he just not happy because he's got crushed by Demon Slayer. In a recent interview, he react, "Can I say it? F anime." And we cannot. And number 2, him first. F anime. I was up against it. Him come out of the same week against whatever it was Demon Slayer. I want to wet the beer out your face today. Wayne was joking. His co-star Tweak Withers had to step in and tell him, "You can't disrespect anime." Wayne's was joking, but his frustration came after him failed to beat Infinity Castle, which is already passed in the big 2025 blockbuster like Superman and Fantastic Four at the global office. Yeah, I'm gonna say like this: you can't disrespect anime because you gotta be really one of those animes fan, whether you're old school or not. You can't disrespect the anime right now because Demon Slayer might be the first one to hit, and we don't know if they can make it to the first anime movie that they can hit to $1 billion. Let me tell y'all something right quick. If they hit $1 billion, I'm going to celebrate live, and I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to keep an eye on that. But I know that, what's the next movie? The Chainsaw Man is coming up. Yeah. Now, if you combine the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1 with the Chainsaw Man, and you combine them because they both animated, excuse me, they might reach a new heights. If you don't understand what I'm saying, but Marlon Wayne, my message to you: don't ever disrespect anime. Ever. Just because your movie is in second place, that doesn't mean you have to go and disrespect something. Don't ever disrespect anime. Alright, to all of you that still got PS4, I I got some bad news. The PS4 support it finally comes to the end following historic run. The PlayStation 4 has a generation run, but all good things must come to an end as the console will no longer support going forward apparently. While I'm sure the fond of memories of PlayStation 4, it did become a bit of burden when the PS5 came out. We spent so much money on a shiny new PlayStation 5 only to get odd exclusive here and there and a bunch of updates PS4 games. Many games were also both consoles, meaning PS5 version couldn't go as far as they probably could have. For the time being, PS4 is still a decent console to own if you haven't upgraded yet, but the PS6 quickly approaching, but not only in a matter of time till the console got an axe. It says that the following service no longer receives support: the active feed web, API title, small storage, TTS, title user storage, users and profiles, wolf filters, share media's API worth nothing but initially game releases after spring 2026. So y'all still got time before spring. So when it does, that's it. So these servers won't affect for your existing games. So if you still got the games to keep, what I mean is when you buy the games online and you buy them to keep, and they still resistance, that's good. This means you haven't upgraded yet or you have more insensitive to do so, but it be perfectly understandable if you decide just to wait for the PlayStation 6 instead, as it probably only a couple of years away at this point. So, if any of y'all got a PS4 and you still use them, I suggest you check everything that you need before spring of next year, because once it does, it's time for it to go. But you still can play them offline. I believe if you still can play them offline, you had no problem. That's why I'd rather get that than to get on this thing. Let's see, what else is that? Okay. This is gonna trip me out. Ubisoft is canceled an Assassin's Creed where you play as a former slave after the Civil War. Oh my god. And I can tell you why they do that, because Ubisoft made a stupid move that you remember the game Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they instead of bringing a Japanese guy, they still bring Yasuke where they shouldn't does. They should have him as the side story because he doesn't have any much of history in it. But they still got him. Now they cancel the one that is about the Civil War. There are a lot of Assassin's Creed games I haven't played yet, and when I heard the Ubisoft historical fiction franchise is exploring an interesting moment in human history, my ears peak up. GameFile has a new report about one game that didn't make it out of Ubisoft, and everything from the franchise concept to the meddling reasons it canceled makes it sound like it absolutely should have been made. Yes. The game would have reportedly been set during the post-Civil War construction era and put players in the shoes of formerly enslaved black man. This man would be recruited by the title Creed and would return to the South to fight for the justice for his people. The game would have been portrayed by the founder of a white supremacy organization, the Ku Klux Klan. Oh. The game file source says canceling the game in 2004, July 2024, was Ubisoft bowing to controversy after racist backlash to Yasuke, a black samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, which and concerned the portraying of a black man's life in Reconstruction era would be too political for the country's in a country too unstable. Are you serious right now? See, this is why Ubisoft is going to get shut down. They don't make the story right. Now, if they make this the right way on like Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they decided to make this one, we need a name for this guy. But you know how it is on Ubisoft. Let me get a drink from that. Ubisoft just keep messing up with something. It just need. That's why we just don't need them, man. And now, there is a rumor, which I don't know if it's true or not, but there's a rumor. Sony could ditch Western studios, may shift to Japanese developers and traditional stories for exclusive if, and only if, the Ghost of Yotei and the Intergalactic the Heritage Prophet fail. This is their last chance. The source close to Sony tells that the park place that an international discussion in Japan suggests a major strategy reset could be coming to PlayStation exclusive lineup. According to our sources, both Ghost of Yotei from Sucker Punch, Boo, and Intergalactic the Heritage Prophet from Naughty Dog, Double Boo, are being viewed as their last chance for Western developers to land a major exclusive under Sony company's current direction. Our source claim another rumor. I am also hearing that the Naughty Dog's Intergalactic, the Heritage Prophet, and Ghost of Yotei were the last chance for these Western developers. If they fail, listen to this, if they fail, after the Sony's going full focus on Japanese developers and instead going back to the traditional story characters, they citing China winning on gaming marketing with Genshin Impact, Wukong, and Woofer Ways as a reason to change. So, if the Intergalactic, which this crazy bald-headed, which we call a bald-headed demon, and this Yotei fail, if it fail, then it's game over for the Western. Sony give them enough chance, and yet they fail. It's game over. There's no more chances, no more quarters, no more continues. That's it. They're going to take this stuff away. It's over. Sony going to say it's done. Y'all had your chance, and y'all failed. It's time for us to go. And I agree with them. And I agree with them, man. Well, I can't say if they deserve to be fair or deserve to be passed, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Alright, let's see what else before I get to the big part. Oh, and if you are a solo leveling fan and a Fearing fan, there's official collab announcements coming up on October 23rd. But official collaboration between solo leveling Arise and Fearing Beyond Journeys and announcement launching on October 23rd, 2025 in the game. Oh, so what? They decide to like a crossover or something? Two main characters gonna go up against them. Oh snap! I gotta find out more about that. Now, this is where I'm pissed off. I wish I upgrade my studio and the show, but this is where it pissed me off. I don't know who the hell decided to put this, but they just... Alright, listen to this. This is insane. Rock Bridge High in Columbia made the headlines after Zachary Wilmore, an 18-year-old male cheerleader and a TikTok influencer, was crowned Homecoming Queen. I repeat, he was crowned as Homecoming Queen. Hold up. He showed up in a gold crown bearing every female cadet as running as queen instead of king. The crowd went wild and the school praises at his historic moment and inclusivity. What the hell is wrong with these people? What the hell is wrong with these people? Hey, a fool. Wilmore, who later received his HIV positive diagnosis and used his platform to promote adulteracy, says he wanted to make a statement about self-expression and equality. And please, this isn't the progress. It's confusing. Dress up as Kurt. When boys start winning girls' crown, it's not in conclusion, it's in reserves. I'm glad I graduated because this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't know who the heck could decide to do that, man. And if you think that's worse, listen to this. And I just saw this. A New Jersey woman turned tradition upside down when she got down on one knee and proposed her boyfriend in a romantic flower-filled moment and melt hearts online. Like, what? I'm looking at this picture right now. I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at her and like, wait a minute. And this sissy son of a just put his hand like this and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she proposed to me. Oh, hell no. You lost your doggone mind, bro. I swear, if I find out more information that this guy just accepted, he's doomed. He is doomed. Like, forever. Fellas, we got to do better. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. I don't know what else they can do this, but that's pathetic. Okay, but they got this PS6 release window officially confirmed by Sony, but I still gotta look for it. So if I find any more information, I'll let y'all know. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. That's all the time I have. Thank you for watching the JCX Show. My name is John Carr, and I hope I'll see y'all again. And please feel free to hit the subscribe button. If you got anything you want to say, feel free to hit the comment section. And until then, please be safe out there. Be blessed. And may God be with you. Peace. Oh, one other thing. Tomorrow I might do the continuation of Maximo Ghost of Glory. So I'll see you then.